You know, being too quiet at work sometimes is good and bad. People have their own different ways of, interpreting what people actually think when you're working and you're just being so quiet, you know? And I just want to talk about how people, try to like, I like they know everything. Like people trying to act like, they know what goes through our mind when we are just so quiet, when we just like, we just want to focus on our work, just work and just go home and that's it, and not even talk that much. And people just don't understand. And this a couple of days ago, where I went to work and I was just being quiet and just my mom business was working. We had all when we had all we had a different store. Their bosses and supervisors. Everybody came to the store. We just have the walking. We're walking is like other people from other other bosses and other supervisors who come to our store. Those try to see what's going on in the store. Try see what's just basically just want to see what's going on. So we had to work on that day, and I'm not the type of person that likes to talk a lot. I don't talk that much. I just mind my own business and work. And people and I have my supervisors and my DHs and my managers who just walk up to me and be like, "Hey Josh, are you all right? Are you all right?" Like some of the supervisors and managers that could walk up to me, like I don't talk to them. Like they don't I don't talk to they don't talk to me. So it bothers me, like when they have like a when we have like a walk and we have like stuff like this going on. When they have supervisors come to the store, they want to try to act nice. They want to try to like, oh, everything's super cool. They want to try. They want to impress other people. They want to impress their bosses. Like, hey, everything's going well. They want to laugh, smile, all this kind of thing. Like, no, it's great. It's weird to me. Like people just switch up all of a sudden once they see their upper bosses come up, and they don't want to get in trouble. They don't want to be look better. They don't want to look bad. They don't want to people to look at them and be like, hey, you know what? What's going on with this coworker, right? Why is he so quiet? Why is mind his own business? Like how long have you been in Home Depot? Why are you so quiet? Why are you just not trying to like talk to other associates? And I'm like, I'm just looking at them like, you guys are just not playing. We not dumb. Like I'm not dumb. I'm not stupid. I see what you guys do. They want to act like, everything's being nice and cool. No, it's not. I don't talk to people at work. At this point, I'm like, I see everything that you do. When you try to like talk to people, they try to like, they'll go behind your back trying to tell other people. They'll try to tell the manager like another coworker or whatever that hey, Joshua said this and that about this coworker. Just Joshua said this and that about this supervisor and stuff like that. And I'm like, come on, what's the point? What do you gain? How does gossiping make you happy? Like how does that make you feel? Does that make you feel some type of way? That you feel happy about doing stuff like that? And it's just crazy. And I just feel like even if you try like stuff like this, makes me feel like you can't trust nobody. Because even if I try to tell you what I feel about certain people about how I get treated, and I tell this person, they're gonna go behind my back and they'll tell another person like, yo, oh, Joshua said this and that about this person right here. I don't like the way he's talking. Let's keep an eye on Joshua. Let's see what he's doing. And I'm like, so this is what I get for for voicing out my concern. And people want to talk about, oh, we have family. No, we're not. That we are a family. We're not a family, bro. If people are gossiping, going behind your back, talking about, hey, just said this and that. If you're not getting rewarded for your hard work that you put in every day at your work, if you don't get rewarded for what you do, you put in effort to work and you do your job, you don't get rewarded. You don't get nothing. You don't get no accolades like, hey, yo, thank you for at least doing this and that. Thank you for here you go, yeah. Yes, a bravo call. Yes, a little something that I wrote for you. Like, yo, thank you for doing this and that. You don't get that. Like how is that supposed to make you feel happy? How are you supposed to tell the other bosses that who's trying to like tell you about the job like yo, yeah, and the fact that is what's crazy is that when the bosses are coming to our job and they'll have my supervisors and my other managers in my store be like, hey Joshua, can you be like, hey Joshua, can you do a quick review about how the store is. Can you just be nice. Be like, hey, say something nice about your DH. Say something nice about your coworkers. Say something nice about your managers. And I'm like, whatever, bro, whatever. I mean, at this point, I'm like, you know what, whatever, man, whatever. All right, don't come and ask me questions like, yo, hey, oh, damn, my camera was freaking flipped up. That's crazy. Don't come and ask me questions about, hey, you know what, hey, how do you like your job? What do you like about your coworkers? What do you like about your supervisors and stuff like that? I'm like, you know what, whatever, man. I'll just say something nice about it. And just get out of my face, and that's it. Just walk away, go somewhere else, go say something, go somewhere else, and that's it. Like I'll tell you, hey, they did a good job. They look after us and stuff like that, and Just like I can't, you can't say nothing bad. You can't say nothing. You know, they're the bosses that watching over watching over the store. So if you even say something bad about them, they're gonna they're gonna watch. They're gonna be like, hey, Joshua, oh, this is how you feel about the job. This is what you know. This is what you think about the job and stuff like that. And you can't say nothing because you look bad. You look bad. You look bad on the store. People at the job will start looking at me like, hey, Joshua's the bad guy. Joshua said this and this about this person right here. All of a sudden, it's gossiping. And I'm not the type of person like. I'm not the type of person that's gossip. I'm not the type of person that's gonna be like, yo, go behind this guy's back and try and gossip. Say something bad about this person and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, the whole store, everybody in the store is gonna look at me like, Joshua this, and I'm like, no, I don't like that. So being quiet sometimes not the job is really good, but like you just get disrespected. You just get overlooked. Like people look at you like, oh, Joshua is he's quiet and stuff like he doesn't know much about the story. He doesn't know this and that, and you don't even get no credit for it. You don't get nothing. And I got really disappointed. We had like a if you guys worked at a retail store, we had this thing called like a inventory where our DHL supervisor, he went to he started working overnight for like inventory, where you have to like we have to count the whole thing, go to the receiving room, count the whole thing at the back of the receiving room, and then you have to like arrange everything, count the numbers, make sure the numbers is right. So he went there for like 2 or 3 months, I think. I mean, I was on vacation, so I can't remember how long it is, but he did went on, that inventory thing, and mind you, we had nobody for inventory. We had nobody in our regular. I mean, we had nobody for like our regular shift. No DH, nothing like that. I mean, we did have like a supervisor that like kind of like look at us and stuff like that. But like in terms of like making sure that we pack out stuff like that, we had nobody. So I mind you, I've been there for like 5 or 6 5 years now. So I know pretty much everything. So you would think that I'll actually think that I'm going to be the next in line. Be like, hey, yeah, we're gonna give it like temporary, um, temporary DH. Here you go. To, make sure that your stuff is at the job. Make sure stuff backs up. Make sure this and that is happening. And instead, what I got is that Joshua don't talk that much. Joshua doesn't really He doesn't talk. He doesn't talk to the supervisors. He doesn't talk to the managers. So how am I gonna give you this job if you know that you don't talk? And that's what I'm thinking. Like, yo. So because I don't talk that much, because I don't know, because I don't do that, I don't socialize that much. I can't even get a freaking simple temporary, at least temporary, position like yo, Joshua's gonna be like a DH for like a couple of weeks, months. I can't even get that. And that shows me and instead it gives you a person that who was not being who is part of who sees a friend of the guy, who is part of the like the one of the people that work around the managers who trying to like act like like they're trying to act like the DHs managers and stuff like that. And in reality, you're not the supervisor, you're not the manager, and you over here trying to like bust people around, trying to tell people what to do. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like, I'm not the type of person that I don't care. Like, you're not going to bust me around. You're not a DH, you're not a supervisor, and you just sound like I like you're a freaking supervisor or whatever. So they gave her that position, and I'm thinking to myself like, yo, it's actually disrespectful if you actually think about it, because I'm not the only person that who's quiet in my department. Like I have like two or three people who are actually quiet in the department, and we just like focus on our work, and they just overlooked us. They don't care about us. We get overlooked. They'll be like, hey, Josh, can you pack do the overhead? Can you just make sure things pack out? And that's it. Like if they wanna if they don't wanna if they don't wanna talk to you, they just wanna say some random shit to you for no reason. Like I know there's sometimes that there's nothing to say. Like there's nothing to even say. There's nothing to even talk about, and all of a sudden your mind's like, yo, let me just say some random shit like this guy don't know, and yeah, that's it. Like I've been here for five. This is nothing. Like people talk about stuff like Home Depot is a hard job. Home Depot is nothing. You just do the same thing every day. Every day you do the same thing every single day. Back out every day the same thing every year. But basically every year the same thing. There's nothing different about it. The only thing different is that you gotta move stuff. We get stuff we get stuff in the store. We gotta move it around. We got different customers. Sometimes we have the same customers, and basically that's it. That's the whole point about Home Depot. No, anything about from that is the same thing. Just pack out customer service, and that's the whole thing about Home Depot. Make sure the numbers look right, and that's it. I've been there for 5 years, and people trying to act like I don't know my stuff. I actually know my stuff, and I'm not getting upset like I didn't get a position or whatever. I don't care about that no more. At this point, I've been there for 5 years. I just don't care about that no more. I don't care about the Bravo car no more. The Bravo stuff, the awards and stuff like that. I just don't care no more. They give you. I have like a few of them right now. I have like my anniversary card, my a couple of like Bravo girls. I don't have to put on my apron. I don't put on my apron no more. I just put it in my locker. I just put it somewhere else, and then that's it. So I'm like, I just want, like, I'm being disrespected, been there for 5 years. At least, this you could do is at least show me how to, do something. And if it, in the past, a couple of days ago, I asked one of the DHs, like, yo, can you show me how to, order some stuff online for our store? Because in for my department, because my department, like, most of the shelves are empty. And then he was like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna show you one day, I'm gonna try and rely on you. Like, brother, are you that serious? I just laugh at saying things like people trying to tell me the job. Like I don't know my stuff. Like they are saying DHs at my job who don't even like who don't even want to work. They don't want to work. All they care about is the promotion, be a DH, be a supervisor, and that's it. That's all they care about. In terms of like packing out and work, they don't want to do it. They want to find an excuse to oh, I don't want to pack out. I'm I know more than you. I'm a DH now and stuff like that. Bro, stop being freaking lazy. Like people are just so damn lazy for no reason. And when I try, if I want to speak about that, again, I'm going to get in trouble and go some or be in trouble or get someone get right up or whatever. So so most of the time I try to stay in my lane. But yeah, overlook. They don't care about you. You get put aside when they have a walk and stuff like that. They want to try to act nice to you. Hey, how you doing, Joshua? Hey, how you doing? This and that. Oh, you okay, Joshua? How you? They don't care about you, bro. They don't care. They don't care. They care about themselves. When they have like a walk, and they want to make themselves look good, and that's all they care about. And I'm the type of person like, yeah, I don't tolerate disrespect. I don't care. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk. Just leave me alone. I come to do my job and go home, and that's it. But instead, people just would love to talk for no reason. People just want to talk for no reason. Because as soon as they leave their job, their life is fucking miserable. They go back home, they got troubles to deal with. Like when they come to work, they want to act like they're the freaking bosses and shit like that. When they try and boss people around left and right, and just ridiculous. And I just why I'm like, you know what? I just don't care anymore. Society's like, you know what? Whatever. You gotta socialize. All this socialize. Be like an extrovert. You gotta talk. No, I'm not the type of person to talk around and stuff like that. And if people are not, if I feel like I'm not getting the credit I deserve. If I feel like what, I'm not being treated the way I feel like I need to be treated. I work hard, and I feel like I'm not being treated how I deserve to be treated. I deserve to. I don't deserve to be like yo, hey, but I just don't feel treated like yo. People are busting my mouth like yo, I actually do my job. Like I've been there for 5 years. Like it's not a hard job. Like if you want to bother someone else, go talk to someone else. I'm sure they would love to talk to you because I don't want to talk to people who they try and think that they did supervisors or they did boss and stuff like that. But that's just how I feel. We just because people think that we are so quiet, they think that we are we just because we are quiet. I mean like we are lazy. We just don't want to talk. We just not that type of person. We don't talk that much. We know what's going on. We just don't want to talk. We see everything going on around us. We see that we are getting overlooked. We see that people look at us and be like, this guy don't know what he's doing, whatever. Cool. And I'm just going my mom business. I'm gonna brush you aside, and I'm just gonna let you do you. But see, if that's what you think, good for you, bro. At the end of the day, Home Depot is a business. All right, we don't have to talk to people in the job. It's a business. It's a business. It's a business job. Make money and go home, and that's it. So if that's how people feel like, then that's it. Kudos to them. But for me, and the way I say it, it's a little bit sad because when you're trying to move up, when you're trying to move up and stuff like that, you have people who are not trying to people don't want to try and help you out. People don't want to see you, be successful. People don't want to see see you. People don't want to see you be happy. People don't want to see move up the ranks. They want to see your friends move up the ranks. They want to see your peers move up the ranks. But if you actually want to move up your ranks yourself, you got to join them to actually move up. And it's just sad how things are because I've been there for 5 years. I have tried to move up the ranks, and it turns out like what they don't want me to move up the ranks because they know that I don't talk to them. I'm gonna ignore them. I don't care about them, and it's just sad. And if this is how it's gonna go, at some point one day I'm just gonna have to go call it a day, and I'm gonna have to quit one day, or I'm gonna have to quit a job and find a different job at some point. But the way it is right now, man, it's sad how it is, and it just makes makes life harder, and it makes things hard for yourself. But I look at the positive part, I got a pay raise, so I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty good, almost earning 600 a week, 600 a week. So that is a positive for me, you know. At least I'll take that, you know. It's all right, you know. I'll be glad enough I'm able to make 700, so that'll be a positive at least, you know. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. What do you guys think about this video that I made right here? What do you guys think? You know, am I wrong? Am I right? Have you guys, you know? I mean, look, there's some quiet people out there, you know, who work and you know they actually do get promotions and stuff like that, you know. The managers, if you have a decent manager, if you have like a decent store overall, if your store is actually decent and people actually, you know, look at you, people trying to help you and stuff like that, you get a good chance. But in my store, wow, you get overlooked. You work hard, they don't care, bro. You join the club, you rank up, that's it. If you don't talk that much, you come and do your job, you talk less, they don't like that. And it's just sad. It's sad how it is. It's sad overall. I can't really like freaking even talk about other people as well, but hopefully one day, man. Hopefully one day, you know. Hopefully when I find a different job, you know, I'll definitely, you know, try and make it. Hopefully, we'll see. But yeah, I just want to know what you guys think about this video below. What do you guys think about this, about the video title that what do you guys think about the video title? What do you guys think about the video? Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe below. I'm sure you guys, you know, also like my hoodie as well. It's pretty chill, right? Nice hoodie. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. Catch you guys next time. Peace.